Alright. Let's get them started right now. Let's get them started. Hello, YouTube. Hello. Hold this L, YouTube. Sorry, I was trying to guess the Disney song and it was fucked up. We do a few dailies before we got the don't ask what this caliper was being used to measure earlier. We're in for a more cursed than usual stream today for multiple reasons. For multiple reasons, but we'll get into it. Why do you want to boil your balls? We'll get into the reasons why, okay? We'll get into the reasons why. You guys always want it all right out the gate. And it's like, nah, we gotta, like, describe. There's fucking spices and salt all over my table after the stream yesterday. Why do I never sweep this off before stream? I don't know. Bro broke out the calipers. Mods are gonna have fun on this stream. The, YouTube basically auto-blocks every instance of, like, every mention of anything mildly testicular in their comments section, so, you know, the mods don't have to do too much work over there today, because it's just automatically gonna delete half the messages that people use. Oi, oi. Didn't you already have a CAD model of your balls from the Testaphones? I like the idea that I would, create an entire CAD model of my nuts instead of just assuming, like, standard sizes. But yes, I did already have a CAD model, that I could then use to transpose into our design for today, which I haven't shown yet because it wasn't done 3D printing the main part when I posted my going live message, so it is unseen at the time being. We got the LiDAR balls. I missed the Wordle. Did he get it? Yeah, I did, but it was evil. It was fucked up and evil. Is the JACUZZI heated? Yes. Okay. So, today we're going to be building a device that is actually, you're not going to believe this, but it's commercially available. So I'm basically just kind of cutting some budget and wait times on ordering one myself, because I could just order this from a company that manufactures them. Today, we're going to be building the JACUZZI, which is a jacuzzi for your ball sack. And if you're wondering, why would you want this? Well, my friend, I have some interesting sources for you on this, because, and I want to say, this is not claimed to be true by the people that make the commercially available one. They're selling it as a gimmick joke item, but there is a claim that has been perpetuated on the internet to the point where I've seen articles and stuff, and when I was doing research, I found a lot of information on this. So, there have been a lot of studies that show that if you do things to your balls to make them warmer than body temp for X amount of time per day, it works as a temporary contraceptive because it deactivates your sperms. A very cool little, a cool little study that they've been keeping up on, right? But then there's a further, because that has a lot of studies. That's shown to be effective, actually. And there's, like, already a bunch of, they're trying to do all these weird-ass solutions where they, like, fucking ultrasound your nutsack, or they, like, you, like, wear underwear that, like, stuffs your balls up into your taint area so that they get hotter than usual, and then you're mildly infertile for like a month or something. There's all sorts of crazy shit they're trying, but one such claim on the internet is that by using the ball jacuzzi and heating your nutsack up, you become temporarily infertile for like half a day or so, like a few hours. if you heat them up for like 30 minutes or something. So basically, that rumor has gone around, that claim has gone around. There haven't been any scientific studies that show if it's effective in that short term or that it's effective at all in that, like, to that degree using this particular device. So today we are going to be doing some real science. I'm going to build the JACUZZI, and then after around half an hour of use, I'm going to see if it functionally works as a temporary contraceptive. And if you're wondering how that's going to go about, let's just say I got a microscope just for this stream. Also, no, I will not be showing the microscope on camera. I've already gone through this entire rigmarole where I'm like, is it TOS to show an up close of sperm, or is it not allowed? And the jury is out on that. We're not really sure. We're not really sure if it's TOS or not. So I'm gonna look and tell you what I see. I'm not gonna show it on camera. Maybe in the YouTube edit later, you could throw some footage in for the final result, but not on the stream. That's for damn sure. Do you already know your baseline? Oh, don't worry. I did a preliminary test to make sure, one, that I was able to do this, and two, to get a baseline. This has been we had to work this in advance here. Don't be hitting with I'm so fucking scared.png. No, I'm not gonna jerk it on stream. That's fucking disgusting. Enlightening. It's for science? It's literally for science. This has to be the craziest stream done on Twitch. Now, there was that one Wubby did where he jerked off in a tent on stream. That's significantly more disgusting than what I'm doing, which is legitimately scientific. Please no emote from this. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have any emote from this one. Can someone confirm for me that he jerked off before the stream? No, I did not do that. No, I got the baseline fucking last week. Way before this stream takes place. Anyway, I have 3D printed a special part just for this. You can see here that my CAD skills know no bounds in masterful construction. This is what we're gonna be using though as the primary basin. I'm also realizing this is sharp as hell and I'm gonna need to like sand it down. Literally ball cup. Are you gonna jork it? What? You're asking too many questions. I'm just gonna go BRB and come back with a sample, and that's all there is to it. This is what the calipers were for? Oh, man. Alright, hang on. I gotta shave this down a little bit. Because this shit is way too sharp, man. That's gonna slice my scrot. Hang on, where's my... No, you're not gonna have an exclusive ball cam. What the fuck? It's gonna be like the ball tasting where everyone's like, you know you can't do that, assuming that I'm gonna put my whole nutsack in front of the camera. It's like, nah, bitch, just the results of what I'm doing with it. I gotta shave my ball cups real fast. Why will you guys keep asking questions, okay? Why don't you fucking watch the stream and find out what happens? I can tell you this is definitely on the... This is definitely on the roster for the craziest ideas that I've done on stream. Like, by a massive... Not a massive amount, but definitely, like, by a considerable amount. It's one of the more asinine things. Just slap it down? What do you mean, just slap it down? I modeled this really fast, so I did not spend a lot of time getting contours and shit. The Soyjack CAD enthusiast who fucking labors over every little contour on their model for 10 hours versus the Giga Chad made this in Blender by eyeballing it. I didn't measure shit for this. Except by using the calipers to figure out how big I should make the cups. It's gonna be a hard time beating the give birth simulator. Alright, that one might be the worst. That's like definitely one of, if not the worst ideas I've ever done on stream. I'm not making that mistake again though, don't worry. I pissed off a jewelry making subreddit doing that. Or the woman beating controller. That was a gas idea. The world just wasn't ready for it yet. That controller was hilarious. It was simply that they couldn't handle the heat. Run it back. I'm not running it back. I'm not running it back. I don't want another, like, fucking 50 V-tweeters to be like, so this is how the fall off happens, and then I, like, immediately blow up after it. The thing that's more disheartening than anything is the fact that controversy only, like, helps. If you make content for a living, it's literally, if you're trying to, like, min-max and you don't give a shit about people, then you just fucking keep doing controversial shit because people will talk about it and complain about you, and the people that support you aren't gonna say anything because they don't want the heat, but they'll come in anyway. People literally build their careers off being annoying shits. I know, right? The temptation to name names is strong, but I'll be good in this instance. I'll be good this time. Also, Heinous, how's it going? I bought your plushie. Have you gotten one of my plushies yet? Did you know I have a plushie that's coming out right now? Yeah, Cold Ones beats up mannequins and women all the time. You said it, not me. It wasn't me that said it. Hang on a second. Someone asked me earlier for what the size comparison of the plushie is. This is the size comparison. It's the balls for scale. Look, his feet fit perfectly in the ball koozie. I'm not doing a woman abuse art. That wasn't the point. When you're done, you need to boil eggs in the ball koozie. It's not gonna get hot enough to fucking boil water. Are you crazy? What do you think I'm doing to myself, man? Bro thinks I want to die. Did he make a mold for this? Yeah, I did. This is my mold. And if you're wondering, what are the little things coming out the side? Well, my friend, this is for the water inlet and outlet, because after trying to figure out how to put like a heating element in here, I realized it's gonna be a lot easier to just have long tubes going to a heated bath with a PID controller. And then it just pipes the water to the nuts to keep them warm. That's way more efficient. That's way more efficient than having to, like, have the heating device on the thing that you hold under your balls. Long tubes, Glorb noted. Bro made a Peter Griffin chin strap. Look, here's a realistic imitation. Okay, here's a simulation. These go in here. Water comes in one side. There's a vat over here that'll heat the water. Then a tube comes and pumps the hot water in one side and then out the other side, back into the tube. Are you gonna release the file so that people can 3D print your ball cast? Sure, I'll release the file. I've released the files of other 3D printed shit that I make. You know, there's a subscriber-only channel in the Discord specifically for me posting 3D print files. The problem is I almost never 3D print anything, so if you subscribe to get those, you're getting a raw fucking deal, because I barely ever release anything. Needs a top like a waffle maker? No, do you think they're gonna like squunk and then go in here and then shh? The stream is getting weird. It's not getting weird. We're engineering innovative devices. You just can't handle the sauce. The files will be released before other files drop. What fucking files do you think are gonna drop, brother? Will they be fully submerged or just half submerged? They will be as submerged as possible. Speaking of, KYR cum shot, thank you for the one to tier 1. I appreciate you. Release the crankin' file. Can't handle the sauce. What have you done? It's not getting weird, it started weird. Listen, man. Are you gonna warm the little log? What do you mean the little, what? The little log? Hang on a second, let me go get my pump. Let me go get some pumping apparatus for gas. I have a couple. Alright, why are they all sticky? What am I fucking building that makes these hoses all sticky, man? Also, where the hell are the pumps that I have? Oh wait, I used some of them to make the booze pumper. I forgot about that. Well, I can use all of them though. Hang on a second, I'm looking for my other... I should have got this before the stream started. But, you know, sometimes you forget to grab everything you need. I swear I had this, bro. What is this? Oh my gosh, it's another one of these toys. Also got this. If we want more throughput on our... What's a test jacuzzi? Maybe stay tuned and find out. Aye, aye. Just wait till those ball hairs get clogged in the water outlet. See, I was afraid that the outlet sucking part is gonna, like, is gonna, like, suck my sack in. I don't really want that to happen. I'd prefer that didn't happen here. He's making a broth. Also, originally I was like, damn, I'm gonna need to make my little, like, PID controller thing to keep the water warm. But then I realized when I was in the design phase, I actually don't have to make that at all, because I already have something that can do this for me. I have this ultrasonic cleaner, which is not just ultrasonic, it also is a heated water bath. So I can set this up and set the exact temperature that I want the water heated to, and then have it pump this through, and that should be able to keep what it needs to be. Nair sponsorship for better test results? No, I'm not using fucking Nair. Why are you under the impression that de-hairing my balls would make better test results? That makes no sense. Yo! Toilet lighter? I forgot it, this was here. Hang on a second. Dude, where did I put the water pumps that I had? They're like little tiny... I might end up having to take one off the booze pump, which would be tragic. Next person who asks about OnlyFans or relating this to pornography in some way, mods, you know what to do. That is not what we are here for. This will go hard at the ball crushing factory. Excellent. These are the stickiest, grossest tubes of all time, and I have no idea why they're so fucking nasty. Mods got a license to kill. I'm allowing the mods to be a little more aggressive than usual because I want to keep it civil. If you guys want a groomable male streamer, there are probably 100 male VTubers. Go watch them. Ida's giving you the real advice that I don't hand out. I just got an IV that was at room temp, and I thought I was gonna freeze to death. Hang on, wait. I've never gotten an IV. Is it that, like, jarring? I guess I never thought about it. It would be, like, way colder than your body temp, wouldn't it? Huh. Mr. Electric, send him to the ball boiler immediately! Mr. Electric, send him to the penis explosion chamber and have his penis exploded immediately! Y'all, stop giving a reason for the mods to purge you. I can see all your shit getting deleted. It shows up in the damn mod log. Dude's got the most mad scientist laugh I've ever heard in my life. You know, some things I do for the theatrics, but I kind of just always laugh like this. I got 12. Find out at the 3rd they had an anesthetic. What if you dip your balls in the ultrasonic? It just seems like too much work. That's why we built a convenient, portable option to go, okay, so assume this is me, to go, and then you take the little thing and you go, That's a lot easier than having to use this, than, like, manhandle the whole ass ultrasonic cleaner. First time catching a stream, welcome in Skyfighter. You should 3D scan yours to perfectly fit. That doesn't work. They already have to be bigger so that the water could circulate around them. Colorful demonstration, you're welcome. You're welcome for another amazing demo. Hang on, I gotta find the damn water pump. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to improvise something. Which, you know, it's not the worst thing ever. It's just that, like, I know I have the little parasaltic pumps, and I don't know where. I thought they were over here, but then I come over here to grab one, and they ain't fucking here. So where are they, bro? I feel like I probably pulled them away to use them for a project that involved, like, smoking or alcohol or something. I keep finding more tubes, but not where the other pumps are. Did I really use all of them when I made my booze fountain? Do I have to scrap some out of the booze fountain? Wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but it kind of sucked. Aye. I think we might have to. Dang, man. I thought for sure... Did I not have a bigger pump for when I do chemistry stuff, even? Also, hang on. Let me go ahead and plug this guy in. Alright, looks like the booze fountain's gonna get scrapped. At least two of these are gonna get scrapped. Oh shit. It's like maybe the least hang on, I'll turn the mic on so you can hear me proper, because otherwise it's gonna be a lot of use the ball koozie to smoke your balls in 100. What does that even do, man? I'm not smoking my balls. That's stupid. That's stupid. What we're doing today, on the other hand, is completely sensible and not stupid at all. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe I put one of them in this thing. In this bucket of scrap parts. No, I don't think so. Fill with hair dye? No, I don't think I'll do that. Smoked balls. Literally, what would that do? Besides turn them brown and covered in tar that will never go away. That would be, it literally would just be the worst thing ever. For no reason whatsoever. It would be the worst move of all time for basically no benefit or any discovery. Make a ball chiller? Well, that's the thing. This can be either. You can turn it into more or less fertile mode. You have to choose that when you're setting the tip of your water bath. Yeah, let me get my screwdriver. Dude, it's like they call it the most inconvenient setup of all time to have to remove parts from. Okay, not actually. Here we go. It looks like I only used one screw because I was cheaping out on this arrangement, so we're actually set pretty well up here. Uh-oh, it almost broke. Did you hear that? Alright, hang on. We got one. Then I'd like to have two, to have a push and a pull. Not like the end of the world if we only had one. But it'd be nice to have two. Oh, perfect. This one also has this arrangement. Alright, perfect. I made these easy to take out. What almost broke? Sorry, I have a collection of skull cups. Skull glasses. My apologies. I gotta put respect on their name. I have a collection of skull glasses on top of my booze fountain. And I knocked one of them off, but he landed on the mannequin and bounced onto the floor and didn't shatter. About to dip color the Easter eggs. I mean, it's something like that, you know. Alright. These two guys are gonna be here, and these are gonna be basically just plugged into lab power. Moderators working overtime today? Yeah. They're really putting in effort on this one, I fear. These two guys, okay, these are gonna be the long outgoing lines. I'll take this guy off. Stretch this over the nipple here. Alright, I got that sized right. Not too bad, given that I didn't attempt to size it correctly at all. Ah! Thank you, Big Man Leon, for the sub. I appreciate you. Let's make this more flat. Alright, and these should both go the same direction, theoretically. One of these needs to go in, one of these goes out. We'll need to fill this with water. How are we gonna know if it worked? Everyone's so curious. They all ask the same question. Just trust me, okay? Watch the stream and find out, maybe. Maybe do a little bit less yapping and a little bit more watching, and you'll find out how it's all gonna work. He's gonna miss Frizzle us? Yeah, but like the episode of Magic School Bus where the fish jizzes on camera. A little over tightened, methinks. Let's get another one. Finally, more ball content. Before it was, oh shit, I need another banger. Quick, smoke something. Now it's, oh shit, I need another banger. Quick, do something with your balls. You should label those motors so you don't make another booze pump that has huevos water in it. Wait, are you implying that, like, I just would never use the hose again? Dog, some of those booze pump hoses have had, like, milk in them. Which I would argue is worse because it leaves a residue in the damn tube. Soon hog tests will commence and true science can be done. Mind specifying what you mean by hog tests? Also, what happened to all my duct tape, man? I feel like I buy this shit all the time and it's always gone. Is it in here? Oh wait, here's another roll of electrical tape. That's where that went, I guess. Cylinder removal experiments? You know, mods. I'm not gonna tell you how to do your job. First of all, because it's not really your job, because you're not getting paid. But also, because I'm sure that you already have, like, methods to the madness here. But, if a message gets held, you don't have to remove it. It doesn't show up. It's not like, you don't feel stressed to, like, race against the clock to smack the remove button, because that shit is always, like, gone instantly. You only gotta approve it if it ends up that it shouldn't have been held. I just thought, you're doing more work than you need to do here, is all I'm saying. Felt bad because when I leave it, other people clear it. None of you have to clear it. It's like, my mods do a lot of work, but it sometimes do feel like the bird in the cage, but it's like got 2 bars and it could totally get out. So it'll be like, it's just so stressful. I just have to moderate the thing and I have to keep clearing these. And it's like, dog, you don't have to clear any of them. You literally can sit back with your legs up and chill and only like snap into action if you see something that's truly foul. That the auto mod doesn't catch. I'm locking in, bro. Alright, you can do what you want. I'm not gonna change. I'm not going to, I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. Alright, let's get some water in the... Let's get some water in the trough here. This ultrasonic cleaner is good because it's already got a PID controller. It should be enough that it keeps it, like, pretty actually warm. Wondering if you can make auto mod messages TTS. Yeah, can I get a TTS that reads out explicitly the worst messages on the channel? I'm assuming you mean just to the mods, but the idea is funny. You get a TTS that reads every time someone says CBT, OnlyFans, meth. I can't remember all the block terms. Skibbity. Free super chat if your chat is foul enough. Oh shit! You know what I just realized? We've been live on YouTube for 46 minutes. I forgot to turn on the chat view so that I could see. I forgot to turn on the chat view so that I could see what the fuck's going on. Holy shit, Victorio! Thank you for the 5,000. Oh, hang on. Is this a fucking bamboozle? Thank you for the red super chat. I'm not reading the message, but I appreciate you, brother. Holy shit. Though, hang on, that shit is in Argentinian pesos, which means it's probably $10. Does that exploit still work? It used to be the big hustle, especially on VTuber streams. Would be if you wanted to pay for a super chat, you get it in Argentinian pesos so that it shows up red, but it costs a lot less money. What the fuck did they say? They said something about jerking off. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. It's $3.62. Hang on, wait, is it actually? One Argentine peso is 0.072 cents, and that's 5,000 Argentine pesos are $3.62. I am not acknowledging this fucking super chat, you fucking scammer. Scam ass motherfucker. Give him money and he ignores you. I didn't ignore him. Red 40 and red balls. King Kashova, I read your bit messages in the Twitch too, you know. This stream is pretty ballsy, haha. Shut the fuck up. Zifos, thank you for the member. Speaking of member, whips cock out on table. Also, Justin Monroe, thank you for the Prime sub. Give him the Martha Stewart treatment? Well, we gotta send him to prison for scamming? I forgot about that. Oi, oi. They haven't fixed the exchange here. That's so fucked up. They used to have it. It used to be the grift. If you watched, it was specifically with VTubers because they were the ones that always streamed on YouTube. Is that you would set your VPN to Argentina so that you could get red super chats for like bottom dollar. Ah! Holy shit! Togs in the box. Thank you for 5 gift subs. Holy shit, man! And a bonus one with Valo. Archdemon Steven, thank you for the Prime sub, and Matto, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Alright. Yeah, these need to be reverse wired since... These need to be reverse wired because the hoses are connected the same and they need to be push-pull. Also, no, I'm not gonna accidentally electrocute my balls with this device. We're not, it's 12 volts, dog. It's 12 volts. I guess this thing is 120 volt. Ah! Just make it less of a scam. Is it... What do you mean does it make it less of a scam? It's still an Argentinian peso. It's not really like a scam, because I know that it's not a real red. It's just a $2 super chat that is being bamboozled into looking like a $100 super chat. All right, let's see how this goes. This should spit water into the koozie. There we go. You see it? Do you see it? A delightful spurting of water is going into the testicle koozie. Now, the real question is, once this hits the level, is it going to level off and start sucking? Because it should start sucking. There we go. Now it's sucking. So, okay, it's self-regulating, I think. As long as these are keyed the same, it should suck at the same rate that it spurts. If Twitch is a regular citizen, can YouTube be chat jail? YouTube is chat jail. It's fucked up and evil. You have to pay money to talk there. And I just read Twitch chat for free. Whoa, I'm trying to drink water. Excellent. Dude, this fucking reflection of this is literally blacking the camera out. The ultrasound is gonna do more damage than the heat. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. I'm only using the heat bath. Also, what would the ultrasound do, man? It's pumping the water. You think once you ultrasound water, it like fucks up the water or something? It's getting more full. I don't know why. These should be synced to be the same. Also, there's some nasty shit in this tube. Hang on. Hang on. I don't know if you guys can see this. There is some fucking... I don't know. Can you see this tube, man? What the fuck is in there, dude? That's disgusting. Well, it's just gonna be on my balls, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna be drinking it, so it's, you know, it's not too important here. Alright, let's get this guy heating up. We're gonna need to bake our huevos for a while here, so... Best get this, this heat bath set. 50? No, set it to 42 Celsius, which is what we're going for. Just above body temp. You don't want that on your balls. I would know, I'm a ball specialist. His kids are gonna be like the mold guy from Resident Evil. What? Editor, I've never played Resident Evil. Can you throw a picture of the mold guy on there? Set 43, account for the two. You're right, actually. Hit him with a 43. That's a good idea. Because we are going to lose some heat getting to the ball koozie. You're right. Bro's kid's gonna look like Bilal from Basket Case. You're referencing all these properties I've never heard of in my life. One cup should be larger for obvious reasons. What are the obvious reasons? Do you have asymmetrical nuts? Brother, this is a child boiler? Don't we all? He's saying you have cancer? That's normal? Bro doesn't know about the larger nut rule? Is one bigger than the other? I've never heard of this. Yeah, I thought it was one hangs lower, not one is bigger. Not one is physically larger than the other. The bigger ball theory. Most paired body parts are slightly bigger or smaller. Hang on a second. We're gonna be doing a lot of different sciences today. 1 second, 1 second. One is smaller for sure. Make sure the shit ain't looking over the edge of the table. I think this freak has two... What? The hollow ball theory. Ow! Guys, I think that secretly, all the balls are hollow. And the government is lying. Alright, hang on. Isn't it balls rule 34, don't look up? What the fuck is... That doesn't make any sense. They're literally the same size, dog? What are you talking about? Maybe by like 2 millimeters? It's literally the same size. Unless it's like barely, like a couple millimeters difference. Trippy Dead, thank you for the Prime sub. Check vertically? Okay, that's true. That is a different measurement. Ah! Never knew there'd be a difference. That's what I'm saying, man. He busted out the calipers again. You made me start thinking, dude. I didn't know. Also, I don't recommend this as a measuring technique. These shits are cold and sharp. Honks during measurement is devious. 2 millimeter in one dimension and 3 in another means a lot more total volume. I'm not reading out the measurements. That's gonna lead to me getting made fun of on the internet, and that's not something I'm in the mood for right now. This is a very serious stream. A very serious stream about serious topics. Also, fucking cover this shit up so it gets hot faster. It's taken forever. It started at 20 Celsius, it's at 23. I'm trying to heat it to 43. Bro, it's tiny balls. Small balls, shut the fuck up. The small nut theory. It's not food service, the lid just looks like that. It's an ultrasonic cleaner. I'm just not using... Because it has the ability to run the ultrasonic and to heat the chamber, I'm not using the ultrasonic, I'm just using the chamber heater. Small ball slab. A serious stream would share all metrics? Nah, I don't think it would. This is a legit contacts case. The ultrasonic cleaner? Oh, wait, no, this. Oh, wait, you're right. It does kind of look like a contact case. The only thing this will be contacting is my nutsack. Well, we've already tested the pump system. Back on the road trip, you and Ina... Hang on, I'm allowing that message, because that's facts. You and Ina joked about how the Try Guys tested their sperm count. All I'm saying is now you have a chance to have a comparison point against a fellow tall guy, Keith Harbersberger. Who is that? I thought you were gonna say now you have the chance to compare your sperm count with Hina Bobina. And I was like, I don't know if that's gonna work that way. He is the man who eats Taco Bell? Oh, he's the Try Guy. He's the funny Try Guy. I would expect such cold statements to come from from someone else. Did you know you were doing this on the road trip? Dude, I don't know what I'm doing until like a week before I do it. For most time. Not every time, but no, I didn't know I'd be doing this stream. Also, I don't know how to fucking do a sperm count. Like, without sending my shit to a lab. We need a sperm science stream? I think it's by weight. What do you mean by weight? It's not fucking weight. You are... That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Weight? You think they weigh it out? That's not what you're trying to... That's not what you're doing. Maybe a spectrogram. You guys, listen. As someone who sometimes gets a bit uppity about things, I know that it's hard to admit when you don't know anything, but some of you fuckers need to start learning when to admit that you don't know anything. What, you think they're fucking counting sperm with a spectrogram? They got a guy in there counting them out on the spectrogram. Well, what is that showing up? What is that showing up as on the spectrum, man? I'm not reading some of these messages, dog. It's not too different than using... I don't think you count... Okay, look. I think that the way you do it is you count in like a small set of samples, and then you use that to... like, estimate the rest. The only thing showing up on the spectrum is the chatter. I'm not reading that fucking message, C-Sonics. You should be beaten with a hammer. In Minecraft... Always say is that you need a control sample. Once again, how many times I gotta say it? I did the control analysis like 5 days ago. I have a control. This is going to be based after the control. Imagine being the guy hand counting all the sperms. That guy got side towels. Dog, I typed it out for you. Yeah, I saw. And it keeps getting blocked by the auto block. Normal, 15 million per milliliter. Okay, sweet. Let me just count and see if I have 15 million per milliliter. The fuck you mean, dog? That doesn't tell me what I need to know, man. You think I have anything that's able to measure out an exact amount of a sample? You're out of your damn mind. Just count 15 million. Dude, just take like a microgram and count how many. Dude, I don't know how to measure that small. I don't have equipment that can even do that. You guys are... You're too like, oh yeah, it's easy, just do this thing. I'm an expert because I Googled it 5 minutes ago. Fuck off, dude. You don't know any more than I do. Get a micro pipette for like $20? Can you really get a micro... Wait, can you get one of those measuring pipettes that cheap? That'd be crazy. That'd be kind of crazy. Hang on a second. Sounds like a process that involves a microscope. You're not going to believe what the primary expense of this stream was. I'll give you a hint. It wasn't the 3D printed ball cup. Hang on a second. Wait, what'd I pull over here to do? Oh yeah, while this is heating up, I wanted to show you guys... Hang on, I wanted to show you my source. Source? Hang on a second. Well, first let me make sure there's not a picture of a penis on here or anything. Okay, I don't think so. I wanna point out, and now I'm not saying that this entire stream is rigged or anything, but I researched to do this project months ago. I want to say like June or something. And I was looking up, because I think it was soy milk that originally said something about the JACUZZI, and it like makes you temporarily infertile. And I was like, what? And then I Googled it and I found a bunch. I was like, I should do something with this, but I don't think I can. Now, I realized the brain blast that made me realize I could do it on stream is just the fact that I realized I don't have to show the microscope view on stream, which bypasses the entire is this gonna get me in trouble angle. So anyway, yo, Kika Shova, thank you for the gift sub to Lord Butt Sauce. I appreciate it. And Miss Mortician, thank you for the Prime sub. And Ichi-sama, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate you. So anyway, I looked it up and I bookmarked a page about this effectiveness. And now I'm not saying this is proof that it was bullshit, but if you'll notice, I'm on the Wayback Machine right now because this entire website is gone. I don't know if the whole, like, domain and everything is gone, but, like, I could not find it. When I went to load up the bookmark, it was like 404 not found, and I had to go on archive.org to find it. So, not saying that this is furthering the fact that it's bullshit, which is something I already suspected, but the fact that this is gone is helping. They don't want you to ascend. This was the only one that used the phrase JACUZZI. There's other pages about this, because this is something that has had real studies with, like, heat, and, like, I think the most ridiculous one was, like, this thing where you, like, basically put, like, a hot hand sack around your sack for, like, it was, like, 12 hours a day for 3 months straight. Was there, like, control? It also has, fucking illegal, pharmaceuticals that you can buy in the sidebar. That's how you really know it's... That's how you really know. But I bookmarked this one because it uses the phrase JACUZZI. This method is based on the principle that high temperatures affect sperm production and motility, acting as a form of temporary contraception. By exposing the testicles to warm water, they aim to create an environment less conducive to sperm development. This is my source. This is my source that I decided to test against. Limited research. While it has shown promising results, further research may be needed to fully understand its long-term effects. Yeah, also the fact that no one has used this specific thing for this. Aye, aye. Yeah, the guy who boiled his nuts for like 3 months straight, it took him like 3 years to gain back fertility. Source? It was revealed to me in a dream. So that, I'm not fucking doing that, that's for sure. This should just be the equivalent of like jumping in a hot tub for a bit. Alright, that's a little toasty. The water's a little bit toasty here. Source, trust me, bro. Big Condom doesn't want you to know this one neat trick. Screw condoms, we superheat our sacks like men. Dream knowledge. Men who take hot baths are more infertile. Nah, it requires... Like, for it to have long-term effects, you need to be really doing this shit. I read a couple white papers beforehand, because, yeah, I do, despite what people in the comments think, I do research. Haha, I said do. I do research on this stuff beforehand. And I read some of the white papers about it, and it's basically like you only see long-term effects if you fucking boil your nuts for like 12 hours a day for like every day for weeks straight. But short-term effects can be seen in like much more quickly. Also, there's gotta be some kind of fucking like cabal to get to make male contraceptives, because every single one of them is like fucking foul. That's why I discovered while doing research. While I was doing research on this, I've realized that like basically every method they've tried to invent for a male contraceptive that isn't a condom, it fucking sucks ass. Because one of them that used heat, you put like fucking nanoparticles in your balls, and then you put a big inductive coil on the outside, and you heat them up for like 15 minutes or something. And that gives you like, as like a month or something of infertility. But the side effect is that it shrinks your balls to half size. And even after you gain back fertility, your balls are still small in most cases. At least in all the animal tests they did. That fucking sucks, brother. They give you tiny balls. That's like the main reason they don't use it. Also because they're not really sure what the long-term effects of having nanoparticles in your nuts are. Yeah, the problem is women have a no baby making mode, but men like start killing their own bodies to try to make a sperm work. That's the main thing that I found out while researching for this. You know, you learn a lot going down the rabbit hole of some random niche thing. Mice need smaller balls. They made a machine to make your balls shrink. My favorite mid-school stories, we learned extensively about the effects of tampon sperm production by putting mice in the test jacuzzi. I think you're lying, motherfucker. It's not like female contraceptives are less fucked up. Oh yeah, it fucks with your hormones real bad. Look, I'm just saying, if you're interested in why male contraceptives don't exist, read some white papers on the people that have tried to crack it, because it is interesting. I always just thought it was because guys are not wanting to take them. That was my assumption. Now that I've read some stuff, I'm like, maybe it's also because it's like fucking destroys your body half the time. You should drop mice in the ball boiler first. The best one is a vasectomy. Yeah, but you can't turn that one off. You also get an IUD and suffer the worst pain of your life. Yeah, I've heard those suck. I think basically, this kind of sucks no matter how you spin it. Guys can't handle the side effects. For what it's worth, in animals, the side effects are like liver failure. Which is a little, you know, maybe I'm being a guy. Because I am a man, so maybe I'm being a dude here. But that does sound a little bad. It's basically like any of the stuff that tries to get your nuts to stop working are like... your body starts ripping itself apart to make them work again. There's a switch to turn off your sperm. Oh yeah, the Bluetooth sperm blocker. That's a one that's in development right now. I don't know how I feel about that one, I'll be real. Alright, hang on. I think it's about time to test this boy. This is... Alright, there's gotta be a fucking, swap here, because the water in here is like hot tub temperature. It's not boiling, but like it's quite hot. And the water in here is like ice cold because it's in these tubes and it's been sitting here the whole time. I don't trust Bluetooth enough for that. Me making all the guys' sperm conductors turn on with my Flipper Zero in the crowded airport. Oi, oi. Not the swampy nuts test. This shit's gonna be so fucking cold when it starts. Hang on a second, I gotta piss first. All this talk of balls has got my piss brewing. Down, but I get up again. Oh yeah, we're gonna say for now. I get knocked down, but I get up again. The things I do for you guys, man. All right, hang on a second. We gotta get balls out again, just like we did during the stupid ball dip. Just like the ball dipping stream, man. All these streams got me getting my nuts out. What's that song's name? That's Tub Thumping by Chubbawamba. It's actually, like, crazy how many people don't know Tub Thumping by Chubbawamba. Alright, hang on. That was the wrong thing. Turn off the fan under the desk. If it cools my nuts too much, they're not gonna work. The reflection! Oh, we see your balls! No, you don't. There's literally no angle that would be possible. Because they're below the table. No, the thing that I have to prevent is the fucking camera from, like, being too zoomed out. And sometimes you'll see, like, this little sliver of the edge of the screen off the desk. And if you saw the little sliver and you saw my nutsack in that, then I would get, I'd probably get in some trouble if I had to guess. Alright, let's get the water going. Ah, it's cold as fuck! And then it's gonna end up being hot as fuck here in a bit. Hang on a second. You're touching your nuts on stream? I do that every stream. You just can't handle the sauce, brother. Ah, okay, now it's hot. Oh, yeah, okay, now it's heating up. Oh, yeah, it's rewind time. They should have had Will Smith put his balls in this so he didn't make Jaden Smith. That would have been epic. Alright, yeah, it's not like boiling. You know, actually, starting off cold is kind of nice because now it's a gradual heat up. Can you guys see the bubbles going in? I don't know how well that shows up on the camera. Ball Boiler is my nickname. The thing is fucking leaking water. It's not like out of the hoses, but just because it's overfilling the testicle trough. The res isn't high enough. That's unfortunate. I'm glad this basement has a drain for all the times I'm spilling nut water on the floor. Alright. It's like the frog in the boiling water before your testes. Low-key flexing. The ball poacher is my name for it. Is it a flex to brag about your nuts? Bragging about having a big dick. Okay, makes sense. That's the thing that actually does something. What does bragging about having big balls do, man? That shit don't matter. A pube's gonna get stuck in the tube? Ah, fuck, it's dripping everywhere, man. But it's not as messy as the ball tasting stream. That was a true disaster of our times. I mean, it's working. It's keeping them nice and toasty right now. I'm glad you guys can't see the pose that I have to be in for this. It's kind it's just, hang on. Alright, so it's kind of like it's like it's like this. It's like this pose. Oh no, it's losing water. Hang on, maybe I don't know how easy it is to tell what this diagram is. There's my feet. Alright. Hang on, turn the heat up a little bit. I think it's losing too much in between. Ah, no, fuck, I wiped it away a little bit. Alright, well, we gotta chill like this for a hot minute now. So, you know, we might as well get a little comfy here. His balls are so legendary that VTuber women react to them on YouTube. Yeah, but not like... They're not looking at them. They're reacting to me being, like, a dumbass. Hey, man, this is the only... As far as, like, VTubing goes, this is the only shit I can do that I'm pretty confident a woman can't do. So, you know, think on that for a bit. Rumiate on that one for a little bit. I gotta get my niche where it lies. You'd sell that water? I will not be selling this water. I'm not participating in hoe economy. Dude, the floor is all wet, man. Ball, water, pog. Bimbo's really fucking, working her ass off right now. Hang on, need a little ball readjustment here. Yeah, dunk us in the liquid again. Okay, for future use. And this isn't this thing needs to be bigger, and it's not because I got massive nuts. It's because, like, there needs to be more room for the water to circulate. Why is the water... It's not dirty. You're lying. It is falling below the minimum level, though. Quick, pull out the anime titty cup. We need more ball water. Alright, wait, hang on. Hang on. Let's stop it for a second. Ugh. Ah. Dude, it's all over fucking everything, man. There's water everywhere. Am I just doing... You know what? I think I'm just doing the rest of this stream with no pants on. I think that's just how it's gotta go. Oh my gosh, dude. It's a fucking river. The film on the surface. What do you mean the film? There's not film on the surface. You're making shit up. You're making shit up to gaslight me. You're trying to gaslight girl boss gatekeep me, but you're not gonna get me like that. I finally have a use for this blanket I stole from an airplane. He doesn't see it? Oh my gosh, you're right. It's fucking nasty. Okay, wait. I'm not saying that I don't have nasty balls, but I did shower literally like an hour before starting stream. So I'm pretty sure this shit is from the hoses that were old and gross and had fucking mold growing in them. I think it's from the tube, yeah. I don't think that it's from my nuts. You gotta love my nuts. Alright, hang on a second. It's not nut oil. It could be residual from soap. I think it's literally residual from the nasty shit that's in the tube, brother. Motherfucker, I need more water. It's gotta get hot again. Damn it, I think I have to start over. It needs a little more prolonged exposure. Here, let's fill this shit to the max. What's up? Refill with sauce. Add gamer subs to the water for a sponsor integration. Yeah, guys, remember, you can get your gamer subs for 10% off. Hang on, where's... Yeah, hang on. Yo, this shit about to give you the purple balls. You at least resting the holder on a towel? No, I'm holding it in my hand. The holder. The holder like the little guy? Yeah, I'm just holding it. Here, I can rest it on this, Here, I have a matching pink washcloth. I'll use that. You to make a ball cleaner that operates like a car wash. I can't keep... That's actually a good project idea. I know that the YouTube bros would fucking love it because they love all this nuts and balls shit. But like, I can't be... I can't be doing that. Speaking of Twitch, let me check my super chats. Or sorry, speaking of YouTube, rather, not speaking of Twitch. Speaking of YouTube, let me check my super chats. Zyphos, thank you for the $2. Have you tried the hammer method? Also, how does one grow a ball back? Unrelated, I swear. Nah, I don't think I'm going to answer that one, not an FBI. They also paid in whatever A is as a currency. Is that Australians? I'm not really sure. Yo! Thank you so much! Non-Newtonian Floozy for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate ya. Look, as it's heating up, the water's getting purple. Thank you for the $5, though. Welcome to chat. Jail, $2 is equal to a cig. Thank you for the $2, Zyphos. Goblin Air, thank you for the $5. Zoom out so we can see. Nah, I think I'm gonna pass on that. Timed out on Twitch. Hang on, which one of the fuckers was you? Okay. Thank you for the $1, though. The $2. Goblinator, thank you for the 2. Put a wire in the water for extra zing. I touched the 12 volt with my wet hand, and it did zing me a little bit. Just a slight amount. Denying thy film. Shake my damn head. Bailey, thank you for the $10. I appreciate you. And thank you for the $5 not an FBI. Any chance you'd sell chat a shirt that has I jacuzzi my balls for fun written on it with your drawing on it? The drawing of me holding it under... That, I mean, every time I sell shirts, it's normally me making the most dumbass shirt of all time. And then, then selling it to chat, so... It's not out of the question. Sometimes we make some real slappers. You are the sacrificial anode? Ew! Sorry, I took a swig of this. And caught a whiff of ball on my finger when I had it up next to my face. Not any worse than the FFM Preg shirt. That shit is rancid. Oi, oi. No, I didn't drink the ball water. Don't worry, there's no way for me to make that mistake. You don't have to worry about that one. Give us a ketchup ball print emote shirt. Are you fucking serious, dog? I dare you to drink the ball water. $200 and I'll take a sip of this. That's a lot of money. If you're gonna make me do nasty shit, though, I always put a dollar bounty on it. I'm not crazy. I'm just whoring myself out for money. Pink ball water. Yeah, not fucking super chat Zimbabwe dollars. US dollars. You guys gotta hope that someone with cash to sling around hits it. Alright, let's fire this up. Ah, it's cold as shit, man. The main reason it's spilling everywhere is because I fucking, like... It's hard to hold it stable, and I don't have something that I can sit it on. Gets canceled for being a currency elitist. Look, I'm just saying I'm not sipping ball water for like 20 Argentinian pesos. Gender reveal water. Gender reveal where the husband rips open his robe, revealing that his nuts have been painted blue, and that they're gonna be having a boy. I think gender reveals are maybe the thing that is like the way people online act about them is disproportionately hostile to the way that people in real life think about them. Most people in real life, they'll make fun of the ones where it's like, yeah, we burned down a forest so that the pink smoke would tell you we're having a girl. But like, most people do a cute little thing for it when they're having a baby. Except for that, yeah, exactly. The one that burned down the forest, or that one where the plane crashed, because it was supposed to be, like, blasting smoke out of it or something. Those are worthy for ridicule. Husband was too embarrassed to say this, but I have no shame. One of the mods deleted the message, and timed the person out. And I'm gonna say, I agree with them timing it out, but I saw the message 0.1 seconds before it got zapped. And I believe it said, put food dye in your penor so that when you jizz, it comes out pink or blue, which is like... That is funny. They deserve the timeout for writing something that fucking rancid. But I can't lie, I did laugh. Another revolutionary mind silence. Dying with a gamer subs unironically made the film situation better. That's what I was thinking, Bailey. I was like, oh, it'll be more visual now with the fucking subs. Why is it trimmering? Ah, it's getting real hot. I kind of got the nut boiler on. The nut sucker. Dude, it's gonna make my seat all wet, dude. I'm sorry, bro. Did you just start your fucking comment with Gemini? I've never heard anyone ask Gemini for anything ever. I've heard more people ask Grok for shit. And that's like maybe the most embarrassing AI to use. Oh yeah, the balls are really boiling now. This shit is toasty. Don't burn your balls, don't worry, I'm not. The nut sucker is what they call... Oh, another one zapped. Some of you guys are really sacrificing it. You're really risking it all for the bit, is all I'm saying. Some of you guys are really risking it all for the bit. Alright, I don't want to be too crass here. Right? I don't want to be too crass, but as the water heats up, it makes the sack bigger, which then gives it it makes it too loose, and it starts getting caught in the sucker valve of the ball koozie, which is a design flaw. We need to kind of maybe split up the sucker in so that it doesn't quite do that as much. Or have a situation where it has a drain. It's not ow. It's too weak to be painful. It just keeps fucking Okay, wait, maybe it's a little bit ow. I'll just be like, why is it running all over the floor? Oh, it's because my shit getting sucked. Alright, hang on a second. Do they follow the ideal gas law? Nah, I don't believe they do. Yeah, it needs a gravity drain. I think there's some work we could do to the actual structure of the thing, for sure. The block terms that we're adding here, man. You know what? They're best. It's best for the entire channel if they stay blocked forever, I would argue. It is working in that it's up to temp. All right, get out of that, sucker. I would have done it with a plastic pouch and a zip tie. You know what? You're kind of spitting. That might work better. Okay, sorry, wait. Actually, roll that one back. A fucking zip tie, brother? A zip tie? You're gonna be getting you're gonna be getting a pair of these and pushing them up against your scrot to snip the thing off? Ain't no damn way, bro. We had to add some of the water back. This is, this is tire. Fuck. Did you fucking hear? That's why I'm telling you, man. The construction is a little bit flawed, I fear. This is peak pool guy activity. This is the dumbest project maybe of all time. Love your videos on YouTube. First time catching you live. I gotta ask, what is a test-jacuzzi? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just know that the process is working. I'm gonna have to. This is another stream that my mods are gonna demand payment for having to mod during. It's leaking so much, dude. The drain keeps getting fucking clogged. Ah! Stop getting stuck. Alright, well, yeah, in the future, we definitely need better design on that. Is that a repurposed deep fryer? No, it's an ultrasonic cleaner, but I'm not running the ultrasonic. I'm just running the heat. Because it has a, like, setting to heat to a exact temperature, which is perfect for this. Look, I'm just saying, it might be easier to just maybe like crank up a hot tub a little bit hotter and then use that instead of this. It's absolutely toasty, though. Holy shit. My shit's getting frogged. In the future, so you'll do this again? I'm just saying if hypothetically I did this again. Put a ball net using a strainer. Thank you for the $5 Goblinator. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, wait, I see. So it can't get suctioned. Why'd you go for a red aspected color? I'm glad I'm getting other people to say the phrase aspected. I feel like I'm causing that direct. That's a direct cultural output that I am causing. And I am taking credit for it. Would this be better with carbonated water to simulate jet streams, like of an actual jacuzzi? Maybe like vibes-wise, yeah? Yeah, I think the real ritzy, the real ritzy test-jacuzzi user should fill it with champagne. What is that fucking noise? Why is it making that noise? What is that? Alright, hang on. Let's refill this a bit. This one I don't think we have to, also touching this with wet hands. We're a little bit on the risky side with that for sure. We don't have to restart the whole process here. I just need to add a little more water to this. Because we're losing cups of it. We're losing cups of it to the floor, so let's add that and get it. There's a lot of water loss. Yeah, it tanks quite a bit. Sorry, wrapping my sack in insulators so that it doesn't get warm. It doesn't get too cool. The water on the floor is actually a good thing. Not to be like and that's a good thing, but like there is like a layer of grime about 1 millimeter deep that it's softening up for easier scrubbing later. So that's kind of nice. You know, thinking on the bright side here. Just thinking on the bright side. You should ultrasonically clean your balls after this terrible dirty balls controversy. Ultrasonics are another method. Someone sent a thing. COSO has a really simple function. A bowl-like device is used by filling up with water to the indicated line and heating it to the required temp. Then the user places his testicles within and takes an ultrasonic bath for several minutes, which leaves him temporarily infertile. The waiting time can be controlled in real time via the companion app. What do you mean, man? I trust the process. I'm scrolling up the chat because I might have missed some. In Japan, they don't actually jack off. They have a much more refined practice called... What is this? Called something written in hiragana or katakana. I don't know the difference. Which is a very revered cultural practice. Hang on, what is this? I'm gonna Google Translate this shit. A much more revered process called... It's gonna end up... It's gonna just be Japanese for jacking off, isn't it? Translate. Hang on. English. Stroke my shit. Hang on. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Wait. Can I make it say it?
Stroking my shit.
Wait, what is it in the hiragana?
Stroking my shit. Wait.
I noticed I translated it and I was like, how the fuck was it in like slang dialect? Like, is and then I realized the little thing under it in the translation that tells you how to pronounce it is Sturo Kingu Maishito.
Stroking my shit.
You almost missed the pure. I'm glad I scrolled up on the chat, man. I almost missed this. Did you write this out? Do you just know how to write shit in hiragana? Are you kidding me, man? Yeah, it is. That's a divine joke. I just thought it was gonna be like, I just thought it was gonna be like Japanese for whacking it or something. That's better than I thought. The mods on guard now. The mods are working overtime during this shit, man. Good luck getting your shit through the mod filter right now. Everyone who's posting stroking my shito is getting immediately deleted. Get to the electrocution part. That's not part of the process, man. Okay, it's gotten heated back up again. Let's do another. Also, the device specifically is only supposed to be used for a few minutes, and they claim that it works. I'm using this shit way more. So, I'm giving it the best chance possible to function as intended, right? Right? What shenanigans are you up to today? Hang on one second. Let me hook up the ball pump. I missed the funny ha-has. You missed a really funny one. You missed a funny one, bro. Everyone was laughing. Everyone was laughing without you. Mods need a raise. Quit paying them in Argentine pesos. Mods, I'm gonna pay each of you 10,000 Argentine pesos after this stream is over, as a token of goodwill. You're welcome. Oh, there we go. Nice and toasty again. Did you establish a baseline? Not for the count, but I took a baseline specimen like 5 days ago. Which I'm realizing now, I didn't hook up the camera to the microscope to get any footage of it, so maybe I'll need to do that again if I decide to include this in the video. That said, I don't think I'm going to be including the microscope footage in the video. I think that might go a little too far. Some of y'all are weird enough as is. I don't know if I want to invite that level of weird. Dude, I don't know what's worse. The fact there's water all over the floor, or the fact the water is, like, black. Because the floor is so nasty. I really need to clean it, man. Yeah, I think I can just find ones that look better online. I wouldn't even say similar. I would go so far as to say better. Don't worry. I was looking up... no homo, bro, but I was looking up lots of sperm footage before planning this stream so I could learn how to properly test this under the microscope. Just remembered semen racing exists. Y'all get me and the bros over to my house for an interesting racing gimmick. Ow, you fucker. Is the floor that bad? The floor is really nasty. I don't mop it very often. I sweep pretty often. I do not mop the basement. Hardly ever. Was the cloth always pink? Yeah, the cloth was pink to begin with, just incidentally. Now you have a scope, we can do microbe racing from random bacteria on your floor. That sounds fucking awesome. Do they launch the start of the race? Or is it a... Wait, what? Is it a lift gate kind of thing? Bro's gonna make money and pick a mod at random to become a real Janny. Maybe someday. Unfortunately, there's not really money in the budget right now to hire a mod. Oi, oi. You need a solid copper heat exchanger with 2 ball cutouts. I'm in for mopping your basement. I need a fucking real Janny in my house. What's the pink cloth for? Sorry, I'm holding the nut bath with the pink cloth under it to absorb a lot of the water that splashes out of it. That's why I keep wringing it out. To recover. Not because water is precious, so much because the hot water being added back in is better than adding cold water from the shaker. What a mature response from chat. What is this? Bro needs a lab assistant. We ain't quite at the budget limit where I can start hiring on a lab assistant. I gotta do all this shit myself. Otherwise, I'd have them in here right now. Be like, lab assistant, bring me another towel for my nutsack. It's needed express. It's needed pronto. Back on Twitch, guess now I'm muted on YouTube. Motherfucker, it's not looking good for you if you keep getting fucking muted. If you hire someone, you can't do this on stream anymore. That's not true. And they aren't necessarily going to be sitting in a room with me while I do this. Assistant, get me the heated towels. Realistically, if I had an assistant, they would just be helping me set up everything in advance, not during the stream. Can't wait for the stream where the title makes no sense and we have to guess what he's building. Welcome in, Ortho was taken. Don't worry, bro, that's every stream. Clanker assistant? That couldn't do what I need done, man. I need them to be like, oh, go to the store and pick this up. Pick up a couple boxes of this and make sure we have, like, the food arranged for this fucked up food thing we're gonna do. Like, we gotta be... Right now, I do everything myself. That's the only thing that I would have an assistant do. And even then, I don't need to do it because I can just keep doing it myself. If I was doing that, it would be because I'm, like, streaming more. Which I don't think is the play. Tesla bot assistant? Dog, that shit, I'm not letting a robot get in my fucking car and drive it. That's fucked up. Apply to set up an intern at an Ohio local college. You want me to get an intern? I'd do it for free. Thank you for the $2, Dennis Flores. No. If there's a signed AI actor, anything is possible. That's fucked up. You can pump out more content, but it's money. That's how all these fucking YouTube channels and everything work. At some point, they end up getting a guy to help them because it's easier. Then you can spend more time doing the fun part on camera and less of the time doing the boring part. Already, I'm living kind of large because I'm able to hire people to edit things for me, which has really helped being able to do more shit that requires a lot of pre-prep. Because instead of spending my time editing videos, I'm spending my time prepping different, like, projects and shit. Yeah, imagine you start an internship and it's just for some guy in his fucking house. Is this supposed to make you nut? No, it's supposed to make your nut sterile. Anyway, I've been running this shit for like 40 minutes, so we're getting to the point where it's about done. Hire someone else to do crackhead science on other channels. Then they're just doing it for me. I don't need that. I want to do that. That's the fun part. Alright, hang on. I think our nut boiling is complete. Now, if this goes with the sources that we've seen, we should have, like, hours of working time here. Oh my gosh, there's fucking water everywhere, dude. Freaky ass ball fetish stuff. It's not fetish. We are literally doing a science experiment. A science experiment that few will do because they have too much shame. One day when I have kids, I'm gonna have to private all the old videos, man. They can't find this. They cannot fucking find this video. Please tell me you have two big-ass walnuts off camera. Okay, hang on. Since you guys can't see Since you guys can't see what's going on here, I'll give you a visualization of what's been going on for the last for the last however long. All right, so it's basically this, and then this has been running to pump water in and out of this little chamber. Are those supposed to stop you having... That is! Temporarily. Not forever. Otherwise, you get in one pool that's a little too hot and it's over for you, bro. Your lineage is ended. W demonstration? What do you mean? What do you mean? That's a scary thought. What crackhead science would you do if you had kids? Kids don't, like, they wouldn't be in the lab with me. It'd just be like, all right, dad's gotta work. And I'd be like, what's up, guys? Today we're boiling my nuts for science. That's why the Japanese hot springs monkeys have low population. What? Also, Class Act, thank you for the resub. I appreciate you. So anyway, yeah, this is the demo of what's been happening this whole time. Or specifically, it's me holding it like this, and then I have to go, and then the water's going over because I'm not holding it completely level, and it's hard to tell if it's level or not. Really, what I needed to get is a little like table that I could put this on, and then kind of do like a squat position, like it needed to have this on a stable surface, and then like a kind of method instead. Thank you for the accurate sounds. Yeah, no problem. I got you. You should have made it deeper. Yeah, I should have made the walls higher. But then you will have the problem where, like, that shit really gotta be hanging, though. It's not all easy, okay? That's all I'm saying, is it's not all easy. Found it difficult enough to do a quick dunk for the sugar experiment? The sugar experiment? Are you talking, did you try to ball taste? Are you gonna bottle the ball broth? No, I will not bottle the ball broth. That's disgusting. Alright, hang on a second. Drying my schnuts off. Hang on, let me put my pants back on. I think we're good now for the time being. Hang on a second. Wait, where'd I put my pants? Oh, here they are. Okay, okay. By the metric of what this thing claims to be able to do, this should work. Why do I only show up for the wiener streams? That sounds like a you problem, bro. I don't know. Welcome to... First of all, this isn't a wiener stream. This is a balls stream. It's legally distinct. But welcome nonetheless. I want you guys to see... Alright, I got this paper towel and wiped the... I didn't even scrub it in or anything. This is what the water on the floor looks like. This is a white paper towel, by the way. That shit is disgusting. Ow. Summoned by the penis. Ew, some of it dripped into the ball cup, dude. I might need this later. What's the theory behind this idea? I've gone over it extensively already. But it's basically that heating your nuts up temporarily makes your sperm inactive. That's the idea, at least. That's the idea, at least. You don't need a lab assistant, you need a maid. Unironically, yeah, to clean up, that would be more useful. The myth that Mythbusters was too scared to test. That's what I'm saying, man. I've heard this myth before, and then they've made devices that are kind of pseudoscience-y that they claim. Because, like, they have done studies, like, long-term, where it's like, oh, yeah, we made this guy wear a hot pack on his nuts for 12 hours a day for 3 months, and it showed that he stayed infertile for about a year before eventually gaining it back. And it's like, all right, I don't want anything that intensive, but there's other, like, theories that aren't really heavily tested because they only do this shit on animals, where you can temporarily get it by doing a quick dunk in a bath that's hotter than human temp. So that's what we're testing today. This is birth control test stream. Take it back, I said I'll be your maid, but I remember you're in Ohio and I don't think I can do that to myself and my family. Yeah, that's the real punishment, is having to be in Ohio. Yeah, real science being legitimately testing like a myth. This is some actual Mythbusters shit. But Adam and Jamie were not willing to dip their balls in a improvised device, apparently. If I want kids, get the balls ice cold. No, they should be at like a comfortable temperature. They regulate themselves. There are worse places than Ohio. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm not gonna nut on camera. You fuckers. The floor rag is the real birth control. Yeah, seeing what this basement looks like is the real birth control, but we don't want to talk about that one. Oi, oi. Alright, hang on a second. Florida is worse. Are we testing sperm count? That's the idea. You have to, like, rest it a little bit here. Min in chat, do balls float? I don't know, actually. Wubby Timp stream collab win. See, I referenced that stream earlier and said the only thing I've seen like this is that one. And that's more egregious than what I'm doing, because this at least has, like, this has scientific validity here. That was just dudes jerking off in a tent for the hell of it. Getting asked to come over so that you can jerk it in a tent right behind your bros is a little... That has to be... That's a crazy ask, man. That's a bit of a crazy ask, I'm not gonna lie. I like that a message got held, just got back from timeout, and then they were complaining about the mods, and the fucking Twitch AI was like, this isn't a filter, but we suspect that this is a bad message. But they're actually getting too strong. They're right, that is a bad message. It's just guys being dudes. Aye, aye. I feel like whether or not balls float is dependent on the ball density. Imagine an old man getting into the tub with you and you can feel his balls float to your neck. Why would an old man get in the tub with me, first of all? And also, yeah, you have a point. Old men would already know about this if it was true. But maybe the buoyancy is lost as you get older. This is another thing we need to study. Jungle, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate you. Did you learn the Labyrinth song? Nope. Bro, my first stream. Yo, welcome in. Welcome in, Kira's Killer. Welcome to the fucking ball stream. You're here for a cursed time, I can tell you that right now. This is like this is one of the most cursed streams of all time. Super dense balls sounds terrifying. Ah, Remy, thank you for the D1. I appreciate you. Just imagining like a fishing bobber. I know what you do, bitch. Alright. Understandable. Hey, some people will come in and be like, I found you from the smoking stream. What are you doing? And then I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm building the Cock Stretcher 9000. They're like, whoa. I draw the line at that. I'm fine with smoking 500 of something, but that's where I draw it. You guys are making shit up. You're making up fake genital information. You're all making up fake genital information. I've seen the balls taste video. Okay, yeah, that was like the last time I did. Actually, no, the last time was the Testaphones, which is a great video, by the way. That's a banger video. Oi, oi. Fake ball news. How it feels to spread genital misinformation. Peanuts and balls. The what taste video? Don't worry about it. You know that theory about how you can taste with your nuts? Well, I tested that. Should I use my Prime? I'll be appreciative if you do, that's for sure. Also, Remy, thank you for the T1. Boobs do float. We have a ball print, we got you pinned. That's true, that is an emote. That's iconic enough to be an emote, but it's not even an emote because it's iconic. It's an emote because you guys made me make it an emote. Fake news, they are not real. Alright, good to clear that one up. I got the soy sauce balls on main. Alright. We have another test to know for sure. Wing the Ultimate Nug, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate you. Alright, hang on a second. I need to, hang on a second. I'm moving you guys to a BRB. I need to go get a sample for this very analytical stream. Hang on a second. Where's my... Streamer is showering? Is not even, like, said it right. Streamer is... collecting samples? Shower sing? I fucking spelled it. Yeah, look, man, this was deep in the, Why do I have this here? This was deep in the subathon. You should be lucky that fucking anything worked. You should be lucky anything worked at all. Yeah, you guys, you know what you should watch? You should watch the prison food video. Actually, no, watch this this chat-controlled knife video that Dower right, just guys. Edited. Yeah, hang on. Do. We're all losing our minds. I guarantee you I was losing it more than you guys were. Just, you know. Just as a premise. The amount of fucking deleted messages coming in is crazy. Y'all will never learn.
You know what to do.
Y'all will never learn.
What's it doing this for?
Alright, hang on.
Bro. We've
Watch iPad while I'm gone. I don't have performance anxiety anymore. Come on, you can be big and strong. Today we're going to be making a chat-controlled robot knife. That's going to be an experience. This will soon be our auto chopper. So, I built a cooking bot a while ago. It looks like this. And the thing with the cooking bot is that, so it has all these little hoses, right? And you put one end in like a sauce, so like a soy sauce or a hot sauce or vinegar or oil or whatever. And then the other end you put in the pot that you're making the food in. So chat can do like exclamation point soy sauce and it'll put like a teaspoon of soy sauce in the pot. So I can let chat help me cook. Then last time I made an addition where I added this little guy and I had like a stirring mechanism and then they absolutely hosed my stove with it. It was horrible. So I've removed that. That was too dangerous. Now I'm gonna trust you guys with something completely safe, which is a robotic knife. So we're gonna take this knife and we're going to, I'll draw a little picture so you can see what it is. We're gonna have it slide along this rail so you can select where at the cutting board you wanna chop, and then it's gonna be positioned like this, like straight off of it. And then the pneumatic thing will be connected to the top. And when it pushes, it should slam the knife blade into the cutting board. Cut the cutting board in half. I don't think it will be that strong. Though the pneumatics are actually pretty powerful. Because I was messing with them last week. They were able to smash a walnut. I will not be anywhere near the knife while it's being controlled. Is the knife mounted on some sort of lever? Yeah. So it'll be hinged at the base, like here. And then this part will have the pneumatic part attached. So it'll be held up like this and then it'll... So, when I did the pneumatic stuff last time, I realized I don't actually have the solenoids to control this properly, so I bought this guy. This is a proper two-way solenoid, which means, because this has two air inputs, when you push air through this one, it pulls the stick out, and when you push it through this one, it sucks it back in. So you need a thing that switches it back and forth. I want to test this real fast, by the way. I'll have to, I forgot to pre-charge the air compressor, so you know what this means. It means we're gonna have to play it. Alex has impeccable taste, true. Biased opinion. Glad I don't live in an area where ragweed grows. I'll just run it through this entire hose right now. There shouldn't be any problem with that, even though it's very long. I can use this as the security hose, actually. This way I can have this far away from where the actual mechanism is. Alright, let me go plug in the air compressor. First, let's turn on our power supply. 12 volts. Alright, so this should actuate. Ah! Oh my gosh. Ah! What the hell? I can hear that. Why is that not firing? On God, this thing is not powered. Oh, no, wait, it was pressurized. What the hell? There is air. Wait, why is this not working? Is this, like, locked out or something? What is this little switch on the side? There are no instructions with this thing, by the way. If I did... Oh. Oh, okay, that one was powered. What? Wait, is it not switching it? Trust me, bro. All right, when I power this, that is very low powered. Hang on. That came out so slow. It's supposed to, like, hard chop. Oh, wait. I know why. It's because this tube's too long. And if you connect to this one, that does it in. Why does the solenoid not work? I only have one of these, so it better work, bro. Is this actually just bad? I ordered two, but only one showed up. What is this? Oh, wait, this thing comes off? Wait. This is the part that clicks. Oh no, that just does the magnet, and then this is the part that clicks. Maybe, what does this do? What's this little blue thing on the side? You see this? I don't know what this does. It pushes in. Oh, wait, I can turn it. Wait. Did that do something? Oh, that like disabled it. And that re-enables it, I think. What? How does this work? I guess that's the other thing to investigate. Oh, okay. This part is supposed to move, confirmed. That's your valve. That is supposed to move. I'm gonna get this lubed up here by moving it myself. Okay. Just a little self-lubing. Always works. I don't have any more grease. Which, by the way, you do have to use, like, machine grease for this. It's actually, if you use, like, the wrong lube for something, it really messes it up. I'm not trying to use euphemisms. Okay. Let's see. I don't think this fixed it. I'll be real. But I'll give the benefit of the doubt. If it has to be pressurized to work, that's going to affect how I was running it. Let's pressurize it now. Okay. It's in static state. Let's see if this will do it. Hey! Why is it so slow? Why is that, like, really slow? Hang on. How low is our pressure right now? I think I must have had the pressure way lowered. We have movement. Yeah, okay. We're making progress. I think I might have lowered the pressure. Oh, yeah. It's like 10 PSI. What the hell? This is some pussy PSI. Let's get that bitch up to 50. Alright. Hopefully our valve isn't leaking. I don't hear it, so I think it's fine. Alright, now let's test it. Aha! There's the knife thrusting action that we're after. We are now lubed. I'm glad we got that squared away. I would have assembled this whole thing, thought there was something wrong with the code. I mean, it would have been a pain. Okay. Let me get a piece of paper, and I can draw us a diagram of what we're going to make so that you guys have an understanding. Chat controlled knife. So the idea is that we have a cutting board set up like this. I have a really big cutting board that we'll use. So it'll have a backboard like this, right? And then on the backboard will be a linear rail with our little slider carts. We're gonna have a thing like this on the gantry. So this part here goes back and forth and is chat controlled. There'll be a motor. And then this part is gonna have the knife. So it's gonna be like this. On this part here, there'll be a hinge. And then up here, there will be the pneumatic piston with the end connected here. So that when it pistons out, this will be like hinged. It'll be like this. You know? You know? Yeah, it's a cleaver. Most Chinese cooking tool. This is literally a Chinese cleaver. It's what they use for, like, vegetables and stuff. I bought it because whenever I was looking up videos on how to cook Chinese food, they always had one. I thought it was pretty cool. In any case, I hope it doesn't damage the knife. Attaching it without damaging the knife is tricky, because I don't want to drill holes in the handle. Okay, let's start going over our actual mechanism. What angle of incidence do we need for this to be able to actually hinge? Like, it needs to be like this when it's fully yeah, I guess I should blow it out. Alright, so this pneumatic, it needs to be like this when fully extended. But then when fully retracted, that would, like, move up the knife blade to be returned to its position. So do I give it a slide? I could do that, I guess. I could also just put it right above, actually, and make it retract. It could do it straight up and down, but that's, like, worse, I feel like. Why did it not fully retract? Oh, there it goes. What the hell? I need to check these air hoses. There's something fucky. Something's going on with this system. Like, that should retract. Yeah, something's weird. Something weird is going on here. Not lubed, it is lubed, though. I think maybe my air compressor is running out of air. But that doesn't make sense. We'll worry about this in a bit. So, I had to, like, destroy this to get it. To, like, open the microwave case, they had these stupid safety screws, so I kind of just ripped it apart barehanded. This is what used to be the outer shell of the microwave. Now it's a shell of what it once was. Do I have tin snips? That's the real question. Because if I don't have tin snips, I have to, like... Oh, wait, I do! Oh, no, wait. No, never mind. That's not a tin snip. Damn it! I thought I did for a second. Well, we're gonna have to angle grinder this apart, which is gonna be really annoying. Let's get the angle grinder. And hope it doesn't throw the breaker or something. Let me also get my goggles on, since I would rather not get metal powder in my eyeball. I need some spares. The straps on these have broken like 3 times, and I just keep tying them, and they keep getting tighter. my god! I accidentally cut a slit into it because I'm an idiot. Hey, wait a second. I don't have to hold this in my hand. I bought clamps. Oh my gosh. I can just have this thing hold it. Dude, what the hell? It's like they made it for this. Now I can cut a strip off. Oh my gosh. And it's so heavy, it should hold it down right. Which means I can actually have both hands on the angle grinder. Instead of, like, kind of awkwardly holding it. I had some kickback. I was afraid that was going to end badly. Oh, wait. I didn't go all the way through here. You don't want to screw that thing down to something? It'll be fine, bro. I think the goal here is if we manage to strap it like this, we can maybe cut the slit into it. This is going to be a little hairy. I'm not going to lie. Alright, wait. I have to, like, cut this slot out. I'm not sure how to do it. Dude, why did I not have clamps before this? These things are great. Oh, I'm sure this is safe to... Oh, hang on. I remember this. This is, like, the first time I bought clamps. Oh, wait. Now it's bent out. You're gonna have to watch the rest of this video elsewhere. Go on youtube.com/uoslab/@_uoslab to watch the rest of this. Even the vices, fucking everything is clean in the old videos, bro. Are you trying to bait us into saying what? You got raided? Wait, I got raided? I got raided by Rave Alternative. Thank you for the raid. My condolences. Sorry, I was collecting samples for my ball koozie scientific analysis stream. I hope you washed your hands. I did wash my hands. I also had to take a shit. We had to make sure I did multiple hand washings to make sure there weren't cross contaminations. Mans is cleaned out. Entire raid got auto-modded. Wait, what was their fucking raid message, man? What was their raid message? They got in mass auto-modded? That's fucked up. Bro took a number 3. You guys don't need to be so crass, okay? What we're doing today is very scientific. Fly, get out of here. What we're doing today is very scientific. Now, the sample has to sit for, like, half an hour. Half an hour at, like, above room temp. So that it doesn't die. So hang on. I'm going to actually put it in this. Because we need to move this off anyway. Oh, fantastic. I didn't realize it was still plugged in, so it snagged the cable and hosed the entire desk. Excellent. I love this thing. I love this. Hang on a second. I'm not gonna show the sample. Once again, stop being crass. We're being scientific here. I'm trying to be scientific, and you guys are trying to be rude and crude, and I do not know why. Alright, yeah, that can sit there. Imagine if he spilled the sample. I fucking spilled the sample. That would be tragic. I can't get another one. We would have to restart the entire experiment in like 3 days. Dude, this desk is fucked! Get roll water on there and wipe it up and it turns black as coal? What the hell, man? What the fuck is it doing? Why is it... Why does it do that? Why is it doing that? Aye, aye. Let's see, let's see. Ohio man discovers washing things. You guys are getting foul, man. The desk was fucked a long time ago. Don't you need to drive to the lab ASAP? What do you mean drive to the lab? Drive to the lab? We're in the lab, brother. We're in the lab. What, you think we're gonna take this to someone else to do the analysis? Nah, bitch. No. Hang on a second. Alright, get all of this out of here. Get all this out of here. This is an entire flush out. Nah, son. I got a microscope right here. We're gonna do this in-house. Oh no, he's getting his microscope out. You guys, I don't know why you expect anything different from me, honestly. I don't know why you would ever think that I would send this to a real lab. I've never sent anything to a real lab in my life. Microscope? Are we checking motility? That's the idea, yeah. Lab equipment? Yeah, Amazon.com microscope. Guaranteed AliExpress resale. It's got no brand. The brand is like some random string of letters that they strung together so that they could get a copyright and or a trademark and sell it on Amazon.com. A classic ploy for sure. Let's get this shit plugged in. Once again, the sample has to sit for like 30 minutes. So we're gonna let it ride for a little bit. I only got to use a microscope once, and it was to observe a teacher's spit. Wait, what? What's in spit? If I swab my cheek, can I get like some shit to look at under the microscope? That might be cool. Oh, hang on, wait. Yeah, hang on a second. Do you vote on Fat Bear Week finale? No, I'm not gonna do that because I don't know what it is and it sounds like something chat would try to get me to do. Engineer learns about biology. I don't know, didn't see nothing. Teacher was mad, everyone was bored. No, don't post your samples on Discord. He doesn't know about Fat Bear Week? You're right, I don't. Biology sucks. It's literal bears like the animal. Fat Bear Week is the fattest grizzly chonker photo. Wait, what? It actually is that? It's actual bears. Okay, not what I thoughted. Not what I thoughted. Not what I thought. Good to hear, though. Wait, me and sisters used to look at lice under our microscope, also scabs. Dog, I don't have lice. I can't be pulling that one out. I was gonna say, if there's something, if I can, like, get a sample of my, if I can, like, get a cheek swab or something real fast, we can look at something under the microscope. I'm gonna spoil you here, though. I'm not gonna show jizz under the microscope. It's a little too weird for my taste. The only reason why it needs to be involved at all is because we're doing a ball experiment and I have to see if it kills sperms or not. Sperm dies within 30 minutes. So many people coming in here with information that, like, is like, dog, I looked up how to do this beforehand. I am following the instructions of a guy who sells microscopes for this. Literally 1984. This is so sad. This is so sad. Is 10 minutes you want to wait? We've waited a bit. We've waited a bit here. Hang on a second. I don't know. I'll get a sample here in a second. Yeah, that's only if it's not kept warm. And right now it's in like a literal incubator at at 95 degrees. Stop being weird, y'all. This is a fucking science stream. We're doing science here. Speaking of science, speaking of stream, what's my segue here? Anyway, did you know I have a plushie out? You should buy it. I can't think of what the fucking I can't think of what the segue is here. How many have we sold? Oh my gosh, you're not gonna believe. You're not gonna believe how many plushies we've sold so far. It's maybe the funniest number of all time. We've sold 69 plushies so far. Excellent. True, buy the plushie, exactly. What's the scientific method on this one? We took a pre-existing sample and gauged it as a control. That was not on stream. That was like days ago. Now, we used the device that is claimed to be an immobilizer, and now we're gonna observe a sample post supposed immobilization, and we're gonna see if it worked or not. Try one of those nice charred chunks of desk under the microscope. Pick it off like a screwdriver, like you're scraping gunk off the bottom of a pan. Okay, hang on a second, dog. I don't think it's gonna have anything, though. Like, it's literally just char. That fly is struggling. I gotta keep the fly away. He's gonna contaminate my lab here. I can't have him fucking with things. You do a hot dog? Anyone else see all messages twice? I think that's just you, little bro. Oi. Put fly under the microscope. Look at him under the microscope. I gotta mash him first. Oi, Fly has a PhD. Listen to him. AV Fusion, thank you for the T3 resub. Holy shit, for 26 months. Good lord. It's good having you here, brother. Don't talk about your assistant that way. You should do some gamer subs to advertise your code. I'm just telling you, man, it's gonna be nothing. Alright. Now the trick here is, let me prep a slide without showing you what's on it. What the fuck? Let's use the slides that they sent with this microscope, which I imagine are not the best, but, you know, they're gonna work, like, good enough. It's a glass slide and a cover slip. Now, someone's gonna be like, you're not preparing this quite right. And to that, I say, yeah, you're right. I'm an engineer, not a biologist. My younger siblings are both in the medical field, so they have a lot more experience with this than I do. But I did not call them up for help with this particular project. And I'm gonna let you figure out why. I'm gonna leave that one up to you. This is disgusting. How do people be biologists, man? This shit sucks. Alright, hang on. Some cover glass. The human body is disgusting. It's true, man. I could never have made it in the medical field. It's just like, it's not like I'm like weak of stomach or whatever. It's just like, it is kind of disgusting. It would be torture. Why'd they include 20 slides and like 100 cover glasses? Alright. Let's see what we can see here. What's actually going on the slide? Don't worry about it. Alright. Let's see. Is this thing gonna fold properly or not? I see. The answer is not. Oh my gosh, man. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I have to like lean it. Proper lab procedure. Lean the fuck in. Lock the fuck in. Alright, this one should be prepared better. Alright. Now, for the moment of truth, let's see if the fucking ball koozie actually works or not. If I can even sight in on anything here. Oh. Oh, okay, hang on. Am I using my X20? Yeah, I am. Hang on a second. I'm no biologist. Bottom text. So, I'm not super great at getting this shit dialed in. Whoa. Okay. Let's try with a little... I think I can see, but it's way zoomed out. With this guy? What is happening? We're seeing if it works! Banging my cup on the bars here in YouTube jail. Just wanted to say our boy Shu in here is really good at counting samples. Are you bullying someone else in the YouTube chat? That's kind of epic. Thank you for the $10, Papa Arcadia. I appreciate you. I'm fucking rearing this thing back so I can... Come on, come on. Whoa. Whoa, okay, hang on. I don't think that's actually... Sometimes it focuses in on, like... on the wrong thing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait, dial in. Well, I also need to account for the fact that I might just be bad at handling the sample. Sample spotted. Shows what the microscope sees using the FNAF backup cameras. I think you understand. I have a, I have a camera that goes into this top hole of the microscope. I am intentionally choosing to not show you what the microscope sees. For reasons you can probably discern. Let's see, dial this guy in a little more. Dial him in. Keep making sure I don't smash the damn slide. Did that before in bio class. That's my my metric here. Okay, hang on. I'm not seeing anything in this sample. And when I did this beforehand to test to make sure everything was working, I did not have the same result. So either this thing works way better than I ever thought it could, or more likely, I fucked up how I put this on the slide. Use a different magnification, then ... You always say shit like it's so easy and I didn't already try it. What do you mean use a different magnification then? That's not the problem here. I mean, I literally did this beforehand on the same equipment, dog. Use a different sample. Motherfucker, how many samples do you think I got? We'll see if I haven't fucked it up yet. It's gonna be non-viable by the time you figure out how to use the microscope. Oh yeah, remind me to keep putting it back into the incubation chamber. What magnification does he have it on? You know what? I think the less information I give you, the better. Because if I give any information, people are gonna start Googling. People are gonna start giving their expert advice, or worse, they're gonna start fucking Googling their amateur, non-expert advice. And that, my friend, is the most feared and loathsome outcome of all. How about you let me look at the microscope a little bit? Alright, hang on a second. At Grok. Is he sterile? At Grok, observe this sample for me. Of all the things I would not want AI doing. Alright, hang on. I'm trying to dial in here. I gotta work a little bit faster, or you're right, my sample is going to die. And then the entire experiment is moot. Alright, hang on, hang on. Y'all? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. This is enthralling, I know. Ah! How are we looking, boss? Well, I don't want to say what I'm seeing quite yet. Because I want to make sure that I'm right before I say it. Whoa, there's a different plane here. Wait, what the fuck? Whoa, it's actually kind of easier to see on the lower magnification because you just get a more zoomed out view. Now, I'm no expert, okay? I'm no biology expert. So maybe I'm off here, but I'm pretty sure shit should not be moving still. If this was properly... I'm pretty sure if this worked properly, nothing should be moving actively. ChatGPT said this magnification that he's using 100 times. Shut the fuck up! I did it beforehand. I know you can see it. I did it beforehand. I know that this is enough magnification. It's a 10x and a 25x. It's 250 times. It's fine. It's strong enough. Stop fucking backseating. I don't even tell you anything specifically because I don't want you to backseat. You still fucking backseat. Two tails or one? One, I fear. I don't have anything too crazy here. Go back to the zoomed out. I will say, it looks like there's less than the initial... than when I did the initial sampling. But I don't know if that's... like this... hang on. This one is completely immobile. So maybe there is something to this. I kind of expected this to be complete dog shit. But then there's also other parameters, like the fact that my, maybe I let the sample sit out too long or something. One must backseat chow, not a backseat. This is the man I fall asleep to. Welcome in. It can take a while for everything to get cleaned out. It's normal that some don't move. I will say, in this sample, and maybe it's because I was fucking with the sample, there's not a lot in it. Alright, hang on, here's some more. Oh, they're kind of like clustered out here. Ah. At this magnification, I think that I also might have fucked with how I handled the sample, but you know what? All the science we do on this stream has been at least minorly fucked with. I wouldn't say there's much we do that has a genuine, like, clean method to the point where I'm not wondering how bad we fuck things up, you know? Because when I first did it, I just held the jar to keep it at temp, and in this time I put it in the bath that was cooling down. And I'm not sure how much that affects anything. But there's definitely inactive ones. I feel like there's more inactive than when I tried it initially. So it like kinda sorta works. The problem is that you know, I think for the purposes of this, it kinda has to work like 100%. Otherwise, it might as well not be working at all. Like, I think it's one of those kind of deals, you know? There's another thing moving. Oh yeah, he's still alive. Well, wait, actually, can we, like, really zoom on them? Alright, hang on. Get it with like the giga zoom. Make sure we don't smash the fucking lens into the microscope slide. Hang on, hang on. I say this like I'm getting good footage or anything. I don't have footage of any of this. What are the second? We're the laziest one. Now we know what the basement smells like. Shut the fuck up. Go chug some milk so we can run it back. I come back and this is where we're at. I bet the basement smells foul. I got some news for you. The basement always smells foul. It doesn't have nothing to do with his. Whoa, wait. I'm having trouble seeing anything. Oh, there we go. Dude, microscopes are harder to use than I thought. I should have done a fucking preliminary stream where I was looking at creek water or something. Not this shit where I'm trying to like time it correctly. Now I'm doing fucking medical analysis. That guy is still moving. I wish I could get the other lens to focus on him more, but I can't get him. Because they're so small at 250x. Like, I want to be able to see him on this guy, but he's literally... It's also really dark. Because the lens is so much smaller of an aperture. Alright, hang on. Maybe I'm getting lost in the sauce here. Because you guys can't even see this. I'm just I'm just dictating it to you. Can we name the sperms? No, we cannot. Do you think electrical engineering is worth it? If you like it, yeah, but you better like math. I'll admit I liked electrical engineering, but I did not like math that much, which you need to know a lot of to do electrical engineering. And I basically had to gaslight myself into liking math. So that I would like it. Dude, where the fuck? What? There we go. I'm trying to find more. Alright, hang on. Let me see if I can... Math made me not want to do science. Math is boring and slow. Make the computer work. Yeah, but you have to understand how the math works so that you can tell the computer what to do. That's like the main thing to understand, is you need to know... You don't have to do like the busy work, but you gotta at least know like the general process, right? All these shits are dying now because they're not, the ones that I saw earlier are not moving anymore. It's hard to catch them because they're real small. Smaller than really, like you could see them at this magnification, but they're like tiny little ass guys at this magnification. Alright, let's see what we got here. Hey, Fusion, thank you for the gift sub to Mr. Hutchie. And Critic of Innocence, thank you for the 22 months. I don't know what a testacuzzi is. Bro, you don't want to know. Don't you know pee is stored in the balls? Yo, Globinator, thank you for the $5. I want to be able to zoom in more so I can actually see what the fuck is going on. Put the sample on the vibrating blade to see if they shake awake. Chi is stored in the balls. Bro, don't you know chi is stored in the fucking balls? Alright, yeah. This is not a conclusive... I'm sure that one could argue that this is not a conclusive test, but I would say that what I'm concluding from this is that it kind of works, but not really. I don't know. I feel like, you know, maybe a jizz expert in the chat can hit me with some knowledge on this, but I feel like it working for like I feel like it knocking out like half of them is not No control, Andy. How? I gotta beat chatters with hammers, man. How many times have I told you I got my control fucking days ago? I'm comparing it to a control. You actually think... You think that you're rolling up with your 4th grade science knowledge is gonna impart wisdom to me? You fucking idiots. Days? Yeah! Yeah, before getting samples, you're supposed to wait 3 days between to make sure that you're actually getting it correctly. But I guess you wouldn't know that because you don't know anything about what you're talking about, would you? Do we test fertility issues caused by 5G? I'm not putting my balls up against a 5G antenna to see... to see if it causes any issues, brother. Didn't show us in the Discord. This is so sad. Bro jorked it days in advance for the love of the game. It should be narrower to fit the balls at a better angle. No, it needs to be bigger. The test JACUZZI needs to be bigger. Put them up to an AM radio tower. Can't those, like, kill you instantly if you touch one? Just put your phone by it. Can't believe this is my first stream. Welcome to the stream, Trick Hazel. Pretty good stream, even though it wasn't clear if it worked. That's like... I mean, I think it's clear that it kind of works, but it does not work well enough to be, like, actually effective, right? Like, yeah, it apparently did immobilize some of them, but... Because I definitely found more immobilized ones than in the control, but I don't think that having ones that work, I think that supersedes it, right? Does it have video capability? Yes. If you fucking ask me again why I'm not hooking it up, and you can't connect a neuron in your brain to figure out why I didn't, then there is truly no hope for you. I've only said it 50 times. Did you chill the samples? No, you're supposed to keep them warm. I just got here. My condolences. Scrubby Dutchman, welcome to the stream. You're like Jackass, but not as stupid. That's flattering until you realize that, like, Jackass is like 50 IQ level level bits. The one guy is legendary. I can't show it on camera. Here's the thing, though. Like, I get it, because you're coming in, you're fresh, you've never seen the stream. You haven't heard me posturing this idea for the last 3 months with the dilemma of, if I show a sperm under a microscope, is it breaking the rules of Twitch? You haven't heard that all 5,000 times that I've brought it up. You haven't been there for all of it. And so you come in, it's been brought up for months. You come in, I'm talking about it all stream. You click into the stream, in the millisecond one frame shows up, you go, hey, why didn't you show chat? And you had, like, you didn't have the context. So I understand it, right? I understand why you don't know, but you need to understand why I'm a little aggro about it. Like, the amount of times that I've said. Even if it didn't break it. Yeah, it's also, like, just kind of nasty. Like, This is a stream I wanted to do in spite of the nastiness and not because of it, which is a little bit of a rare switch around. Because oftentimes, I do streams because they're kind of gross. And that's funny. Also, even outside of Twitch rules, I don't want fucking Google Grok experts in the chat being like, "Sir, I've analyzed your cum sample and I've determined that you have a bad count and you have all these medical problems." Because look, dude, already just me describing it to you, people were like, "What magnification do you have?" Streamer, I asked Grok and he said the magnification was, and it's like, yeah, dude, I did that too. I didn't act Grok because that's fucking cringe. But I looked all of it up beforehand. And it's it's demeaning that you think I wouldn't even Google it. Fun stream to do with the new microscope would be what blood samples look like. Okay, so blood requires a lot higher concentration. A lot higher magnification, sorry. You generally, I would need to crank this thing to like 1000x with like the fucking oil ball or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know if I've got the sauce for that. That's maybe a little too advanced for me. Aye, aye, aye. Sampling the toxic Ohio pit. That's more of an interesting, like, chemical sample. It won't be full of, like, microorganisms. Now, what I actually want to do for a microscope stream is get some, like, creek water. Like, get some water out of some puddles and, like, a creek and, like, some stuff like that. And then bring it back and analyze that, because you're gonna find little critters in it. And that's gonna be kind of neat. So, we should do that. We should do that. That's like the fun thing to do with this. Capture the fly. Your rock sample under the scope. That's not gonna look that interesting, I think. I think it's just gonna look like a rock. How the fuck you get the sample? You'll find out when you're older. I don't know what to answer for that, dog. Isn't the Zedong pill's gonna go crazy? I'm sorry, first time chatter. Make a penis controller and play Elden Ring? What? Pray tell, what is a penis controller? What entails a penis controller? I really gotta know. I really gotta know, man. Use it as a joystick? Wait, no, they said in play Elden Ring. It doesn't control the penis. It's a joystick. That's another first time chatter with this gigabrain take. What are those bottles that you seal with pond water in them to see what grows? You should do that for different ponds. Interesting. Quagmire gaming apparatus. For Elden Ring specifically? Dude, you know how much I suck playing Elden Ring just like normally? You want me to do it with a penis controller? Drinking through a life straw to find which river/creek is the tastiest. Back to PP Creek to take some samples. Oh, I should have gotten a sample of PP Creek, man. Should have sampled that PP. Should have sampled the PP. Oi, oi. Where do we go? Don't worry about it. This stream is cursed. There's so many blocked messages. It's actually unreal. It's actually unreal how much of the messages are getting blocked. Hello, I was drunk and wondering. I saw this. Welcome in, Fox Sprite. How's it going? If you show the cells from your local river, you might get doxxed by a professional biologist. It'd be the Cuyahoga River, brother. Anyone who watches this stream with any, like, pseudo-regularity knows the general area that I am at. If you're able to be like, yeah, you got the sample from this exact position, that's, like, a little too local knowledge. There's not enough button inputs for Elden Ring on that organ. What button inputs are there, dude? What are the button inputs? Must be somewhere in Ohio. Yeah. So, I'm not doing a fucking vasectomy stream. Oi, oi. Also, Papa Bear, thank you for the resub for 7 months. I appreciate you. What if your neighbors found the stream? I don't know. What are they gonna do about it, man? They're probably gonna be like, oh, this is that fucker that keeps making noise. Oh, man. The guy who came in and said penis controller with Elden Ring didn't elaborate further in a way that told me what I was supposed to do with it. But, you know, plants would be cool. Looking at leaves and shit is actually pretty neat, and you can see the little cell structures. If you were an Elden Ring character, you would be Loathsome Dung Eater. I'm realizing now, you also have an Elden Ring username. It's maybe time to play a different game, brother. Yes, Elden Ring isn't the hard thing being played. You know what? I think we've made our conclusions for today's stream. Let's raid out. Who's streaming today? That we can raid? Y'all, let's raid Heinous. I'm not raiding Karagi off of this stream. Not this stream, bro, okay? Well, maybe Thursday's stream. Maybe off of Thursday's stream? Raid my friend? Dog, that's not how it works. What happens if you put your balls in the fusion reactor? He just could take. He just will make fun of me for putting my balls in hot water again. Not sure if I'm gonna thank you for this stream. Yeah, we'll find out later if this was a bust or not. Anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up. If you like the stream, be sure to follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel where you can find epic edits of the stream. Also, be sure to check out the plushie, which is up for another 27 days, 16 hours, and 40 minutes. And then after that, it's gone forever. A bust? Oh, yeah, alright, I get the joke. Oh, this stream was a bust, alright. Splat, sound effect, .wave. It was so weird. It wasn't weird. We were doing science. Anyway, on Thursday, we're doing it's not a very scientific stream. We're doing a different kind of deal. Apparently, the descendant of KFC, of the Colonel himself, leaked the secret chicken recipe. So I'm going to get some KFC and then make that guy's recipe and see if it's the same one or not. So I'll see y'all then for that stream. That'll be 6 p.m. Eastern. I see the stream is already ended. Only the YouTube guys get to hear that. Okay, in that case, it'll be 7 p.m. Eastern. Restore chat over here. Guys, glad to have you here. This stream got fucking nuked in the YouTube algo because it has the word balls in it. But, like, I had to send it anyway, man. Oh, I could have written nuts now that I realize. I should have listened to the little, because I have a little plugin that tells me when I'm putting a word in my title that's gonna get me fucking smacked up by YouTube. I should have listened to them, but I wanted it to say ball jacuzzi. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up. I'll see y'all Thursday. I will multi-stream that one. I'll see y'all Thursday for the KFC lookalike stream. And I'll see you Friday when, if nothing changes, we're going to be buying Temu stuff for a future Temu gimmick stream. And it's going to be a doozy of a Temu stream. I fear. We'll show that one. That's a funny message. Anyway, I'll see you guys around. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.